We often talk about the divine plan. Actually, this is a concept that is used by many movements, religious, spiritual, and philosophical. In this brief explanation, I will give you a few main points of the approach to the divine plan that we used based on the Omnium method and the work of Caroline Corey. Now just imagine that our whole universe is like an organ in a big cosmic body. For example, a part of a liver. Each part of this cosmic body is super intelligent and in direct connection with the rest. All parts are connected through a center of creative intelligence that we call the universal source. Our entire universe is made up of countless parts, each of which has a unique function, like cells in a body. All with their own place, their own rhythm, function, interactions, evolution and lifespan. What is special is that each part is nourished by the larger body and has the intelligence of the DNA of the cosmic body and also of the organ it is part of. Because of where it is located, each part knows exactly what to do. That is how the intelligence of the universal DNA of the cosmic body works. Now look at our Earth as part of this great cosmic body, like a cell in a wonderful hall. In this great hall, by some influence, the Earth has become disconnected from the information flow of the greater body, the body of which it is part, and the cosmic intelligence. It started doing its own thing, and the flow of cosmic life force and the connection with Source became weaker and weaker. Therefore, an impulse has come from the universal Source to help the Earth with its self-healing and self-sustaining capacities. This support we call the divine plan. When you use this image of the cosmic body, you get a sense of the relationship of the big picture of our universe as a living system, and actually you can feel this as a parallel to your own human body. For what happens in the big is also in the small. It is a holographic connection. Now I will give you a description of this process from the point of view of consciousness and intelligent beings that exist in the creation. For just as you have a consciousness and being experience, so do countless others in the universe. The central intelligence and pinnacle of life force in our universe we call the universal source. This is also an intelligent being with a unique consciousness and energy, efficacy and function. When you look carefully, the source is actually made up of three beings who work closely together and actually are one. These we call the Divine Father, who is the creative intelligence, the cosmic mind, the Divine Mother, who is the connecting love, the cosmic spirit, and the Divine Son, who is the formative force, the physical energy, the cosmic body. These three are in direct connection with the greater multi-universal body in which hundreds of thousands of universes are like organs in the cosmic body, all connected in the heart of creation, the Creator Source. The Universal Father, the Universal Mother, and the Universal Son are the three beings and energies of the Creator Source. And every source of every universe is an expression of the Creator Source, is an extension of the Universal Father, Universal Mother, Universal Son, in a unique way, in a unique form, and in a unique evolution location. To help our Earth out of its isolation, an impulse came from Source, a special energy that was very focused on supporting the part of our galaxy on which the Earth is a particle. This part had almost become a kind of cancerous tumor in the larger body, and so it was necessary to help it heal. This help is called the divine plan. We also call this a dispensation, because a dispensation is a special arrangement whereby some normally applicable rules are partly put out of action for the duration of that process. For in creation there is free will, that is, each intelligent being may determine for himself what he wants to experience. Each may create his own reality. even the great intelligent beings who are responsible, for instance, for a whole planet or a whole part of the galaxy. So the divine plan is set up very nicely. It does not correct what others have chosen. No, it offers an alternative, a new option. So this is also the case with the divine plan for our Earth. Indeed, in a way, the Earth is a central piece of the whole part of dozens of other planets that have been disturbed. The Divine Father of our universe incarnated and appeared as a human being on Earth. As a human being, the Divine Father is known by the name Jesus, but his energy and consciousness is the Divine Father. Because his consciousness is as large as the entire universe, it is quite difficult to carry such a large energy in one body. Therefore, he came with a whole field of beings who each represent a different piece of this energy and embody it over a period of over more than 2000 years, in all kinds of incarnations as humans. The Christ Embodiment came over 2000 years ago. The Earth then had already suffered 200,000 years in earthly time under the disturbance and manipulation. 200,000 years on Earth is like a few minutes on Source at the center of our universe. So seen from Source, the divine plan was immediately put into action. So this divine plan is brought by the Divine Father. But it is also a great field of energy that has been put around the Earth, a kind of second layer, a new Earth energy. This has been done because the free will of beings on Earth is respected. This second layer, the energy of the new Earth, we call the new Earth grid. The special thing about this is that it is filled with a completely new possibilities that were actually not accessible to Earth before. I will mention a few of them. The divine plan offers people a new choice to experience the connection to Source and to choose to do so. It has also the information to repair damage to human DNA and to form a completely new DNA of its own. This is the Christed human DNA. Also, the divine plan dissolves all karmic ballast. You can now free yourself from it by choosing to step out of the fear and oppression of your karmic history. Thus you are freed from something that would normally take aeons of recovery. Something that you would get suffocated in because it would not be possible to get out of it. This karmic liberation is part of this dispensation because the cosmic law is replaced for the duration of this divine plan by an infinite liberation and renewal. But you have to choose, because the choice you make is your creative power. And that is why in the Omnium method we use the Ask and Intent method that supports your choice in connection with your higher consciousness and Source. And also there is a completely new Earth grid, and the old one is just allowed to exist and to do its thing. Because of this, you can actually experience two realities: an old one filled with fear and isolation, and a new reality based on the new Earth grid, based on connectedness and love. There is a new source energy on the Earth now. That field of the Christ energy is also called the First Temple. It is actually a very large field of consciousness and energy that has a form like a living crystal light. A building of pure consciousness. It is near the North Pole as a connection point of the new Earth grid. The First Temple is the complete information of the divine plan for the Earth. It is the divine DNA and more for the Earth. The First Temple works its way into every connection you make, into every ask and intent, and into every connection to Source you experience. So this new DNA, the Christed consciousness of the Divine Father, flows into you with every connection. You can feel how you start to breathe in this light, and the pulse of creation starts to beat in you again like a cosmic heartbeat. This is the First Temple, the Source presence on Earth and the divine DNA from Source. I once experienced this in a meditation as a crown of source bestowed upon the earth with its points pointing downwards. This is the kingdom of heaven bestowed upon the earth as the divine DNA. This divine DNA wakens within you with each meditation that strengthens your connection with Source. This becomes your new divine blueprint, a completely new structure and design of the human experience, a new design of the body and human intelligence, a new expression of the Father, Mother, Son energy, the mind, the spirit, and the physical energy in everything. Really, just forget what you know and how it was, and ask to breathe with this new energy and creative power into a new energy in creation. Every living being takes its part of this great vast consciousness of the divine plan. Thus slowly in our new earthly time and space, this energy unfolds. At Source, everything in consciousness and energy has long been accomplished. The outcome is fixed. At Source, everything of the divine plan in consciousness and energy has long been accomplished. The outcome is fixed, it is finished. On Earth, you have time and space, and therefore also the time to choose. This Earth time of embodiment of the divine plan and Source consciousness is still about 250 years in the future. But it is accomplished in energy, as Jesus said. The divine plan is ready in energy and consciousness. It may gradually embody itself, and you may choose how you find your way in it. What choices do you make? How you attune your body and consciousness? How you deal with and experience your karmic liberation? How you renew your DNA with the divine DNA of the First Temple and the Divine Father Mother? And so more. The divine plan is anchored on the earth as an energy form in the First Temple, and it always works through everything. It is like a great all-encompassing field of connection, intelligence and love. Love that allows everything, but at the same time brings the voice of Creator. The energy that is like a continuous sound. The voice of Creator. That sings, I am infinite forgiveness. I am infinite renewal. I am infinite love. Breathe in infinite forgiveness. Breathe in infinite love. This divine presence helps to surface all that can be healed. That is why you see the great changes around you now. These make a choice inevitable. So you can now choose to be lifted up into this presence, to be connected in this infinite love, forgiveness and renewal. You can allow yourself to breathe the Father-Mother breath. And you can enjoy this unique time. It is an ultimate journey nourished and sustained by the creative power of Source, the love of the Divine Father, Mother, Son.